Hey, Coach, after everything you guys have been through, the COVID thing and the ups and downs in January, how proud of you are this team and how big is this win?
I think it's a huge win for us. It doesn't mean it's not going to get you a ring on your finger or anything like that, but it's a big win. And, to finish 12-6 in the league, which, I think worst case scenario, I mean, I guess mathematically it could be different, but that would probably put us in a position to be, third probably in the league. I don't see West Virginia losing 2, but we did good. We did well, and the players have handled everything great, and we did hit the bump in the road in January, and somehow the guys, we went through that period of time where we played with no energy and were duds, and somehow they kind of responded and got their legs back, and we've been pretty good since. We didn't give the game away, but we could have easily won in Austin and really finished strong. But I'm really happy how we played tonight and how we finished.
Hey, Coach, what was the biggest shift made from the last time you played Baylor to tonight?
Well, when we played them the first time, we were not connected. When we played them tonight, that was a very connected team out there. Ball on both ends, but primarily defensively. We weren't good tonight defensively. We were terrific, and the first time we played them, they got anything they wanted. So, yeah, I'm happy about that. I think we're getting better. We rebounded the ball like men tonight, and they got a great team, and we're fortunate they missed some good looks, but we also guard them. So, I think the biggest difference is we were just very connected tonight.
Hey, there was a lot of talk about energy too. Marcus talked about it. Dave talked about it. It looked like that was a big part of your bench area there. I mean, early on, do you think that set the tone, just the energy in the building?
Yeah, I think we were going to be turned up if there had been no fans there tonight. We were excited to play Baylor, and but certainly the number of fans that was there made it feel like a real home game. So it's not the first time. Texas Tech was a pretty good crowd, but we haven't experienced it very much where the home crowd played a big role in us playing the way we did tonight. So that was nice to feel that.
Did you realize how Marcus felt about you until he said all those glowing things during his senior night speech?
Yeah, I probably did, and I don't mean that in any way, being cocky. My guys know that I love them, and I know that they care about me. And Marcus is a unique guy because the way to get Marcus from being a bad mood, because he can be moody, is for me to make a joke about somebody else that's funny, and then he'll naturally love when we crack on somebody else. And so he knows that about me, and I know that about him, and he knows I trust him. And so even though, he's not the emotional type of guy that's going to tell somebody those things very often, but I guarantee you that everybody in our program knows how he feels about them because he's come a long ways here and he appreciates this place so much.
Bill, what'd you think of Marcus's energy tonight?
It's great. It's great. He sat down in the stands tonight, and you guys know it as well as I do. It looked different tonight. It looked different the way he was turned up. I mean, he and I meant what I said afterwards. He's not going to win the award, but you got to have somebody go lock somebody up. I still think he's the best. So he was great, and certainly we feed off of him more than we feed off anybody else.
You said everybody played well. Everybody did their part. I mean, DeJuan hits the big shot. Obviously, Mitch gave you what he gave you. How realistic is it to continue to replicate that going forward?
Well, the thing that can be replicated is defense. I mean, guys, we guarded. The thing that I hope we don't replicate is we're 3 of 16 from 3, and we got a lot of good looks. We got to shoot the ball better. But to think that we could shoot the ball that poorly and still beat a team of that caliber, by 13, I think speaks volumes to how we guarded and rebounded.
Hey, Bill, how much? Go ahead.
Go ahead, CJ. Go ahead.
How much has the way Dave's played lately allowed you to kind of play the way that you want to play?
Dave was good tonight. Of course, he was great early. Mitch came in, and our bigs collectively were good. But yeah, David's a big part of this. We need to play inside out, and we haven't been able to do that consistently all year, but we have a late. And David, he didn't have one of his better outings against Texas, and for him to bounce back the way he did tonight was terrific. It just means he's maturing and getting better all the time. But he was a good basketball player tonight.
What did you do tonight defensively that made you guys so successful?
We didn't do anything different than what we try to do most all the time. Our ball screen defense was good, but the biggest thing is when you're turned up and you play with that much energy, that covers mistakes. And when you're not, it magnifies them. And so tonight we made some mistakes, but they were covered, or they were camouflaged because of how turned up we were.
4 players with at least 4 rebounds, again, sparked by Jalen Wilson. How do you feel about the way that collectively the team rebounded?
Well, I thought obviously Jalen and was great on the glass. I thought Christian basically dominated the glass there for about a 3-minute stretch in the second half, and Marcus was good on the glass. I didn't think David rebounded the ball like he's capable of playing, but Gochai got a big offensive putback. But I think the way you should look at it is individually. Let's look at 48-28, and that's the biggest thing. That means we really rebounded the ball.
Hey, how important were Mitch's minutes after Dave got that 4th foul?
They were great. Mitch wasn't very good the first half, so him coming in there and playing like he did, and he had a huge block, and his ball screen defense was better, and then he throws the jump hook, and then Oach gave him a great pass. He made a great catch in transition. I was happy for Mitch. He's such a good kid and tries hard all the time, but it wasn't his half, and we were talking to ourselves, let's just play small. And then we decided to go with him the second half, and that was obviously the right choice.
Bill, how much have you tried to make sure that Marcus has the energy and has his legs this time of year? Have you tried to go out of your way to make sure he's got it this time?
No, we haven't done anything special with him. We tried to play him less, and usually when Juan plays well, it seems like Marcus is better. With that type of energy and everything. But tonight was going to be one of those nights. He could have played 40, I think, and had the same energy. He was turned up. You're not going to be able to do that all the time. You can't do that in the Big 12 tournament if you play back-to-back games, that kind of stuff. But I think, we try to save our guys' legs as much as possible, from practice length and that stuff. But, we'll probably, our practice is about an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 15 this time of year, and probably go hard 30 minutes of that. So I don't think that we're doing anything to really wear them down. I do think this week, we can take Sunday and Monday off if we want to and still get 2 practices in before we play UTEP, and then we can take a couple of days off before the tournament starts. So we should be fresh by the Big 12 tournament.
What do you think of winning for the 38th straight year on senior night? You had to play an undefeated team ranked number 2, and you still pulled it off decisively.
Yeah, I really didn't think about that, GB, going into the game on that type of deal. But we do that. That is an unbelievable deal. 38, the last 38, and then the other thing is, I think we started league play out. What is it, like 30 in a row or something like that? So hope I didn't jinx us for next year. But those are 2 pretty impressive streaks.
Bill, I don't know if you look at things in these terms, but is it at all to get a win against Baylor into conference season based off how you guys started conference play? Do you view this as validating in any way, the way you guys were able to get a win over a team like that?
You mean validating our season?
Yeah.
No, I don't think one game validates a season, but hey guys, we finished 12-6 in a ridiculously hard league when we sucked for 3 weeks. So you take those 3 weeks out of it, we've performed pretty consistently well. Of course, you can't do that; they all add up, and to play the entire slate of schedules and entire slate of games and play everybody twice and everything. There's a lot of teams across America that would love to be 12-6 and arguably the toughest conference in America. So, you know, Baylor's the best team in our league, and everybody else is kind of about the same. But obviously very pleased that we did finish strong, and not disappointed that we're not going to win the league. I mean, I'm obviously disappointed we're not going to win the league, but I'll be real candid with you. We weren't the best team in the league this year. The best we could do is finish second. You know, we may not have done that. We let one or two get away that we could have won, but I'm proud of our guys. I think we're playing better than we have. We've had a lot of teams that had better records going into postseason that may not have been kind of on an uptick. I think this team's on an uptick.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, what, Gear?
Do you mind updating us on Jethro and Latrell? Are they out?
We don't know how long, but I think Jethro's more day to day, but I think Latrell could be out a significant amount of time. It's the same injury that he had back in high school when he first got here. But I don't know if that means a week or what it is, but we'll probably keep him in the boot for a while.
Thanks. What's wrong with Jethro?
He just hit his I don't know if it's a shin, lower shin, or got hit pretty good down there where it's bruised pretty good and it just hurts to walk.
Oh, okay.
He'll recover from that.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Okay.
Coach.